Well, thanks guys. We are here in Las Vegas, Nevada with two of America's most iconic brands, Ford Motor Company and Shelby American. Behind me, the all-new 2020 Ford Mustang GT500. Ford says it's the fastest production Mustang ever built. The first Shelby Cobra GT500 was built in 1967 and based on the Ford Mustang Fastback. It was a powerful muscle car with 355 horsepower. Fast forward to 2019, 52 years later, Ford has introduced this beast, a supercharged 760 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.3 second track car.
This is not your grandfather's GT500. That car went in a straight line really quick. It had the 428 Cobra jet motor in it, and Carroll's advertising back in the day was the Le Mans-inspired engine. That thing went in a straight line. It had funky things like air conditioner and radio. That car was a straight line, like, performance vehicle. This car is the fastest, not only in a straight line that we've done production Mustang, but also on the road course. So it's not your grandfather's GT500.
The interior of the Mustang GT500 really tells you about the relationship between Shelby American and Ford Motor Company. There's tons of carbon fiber, but more importantly, you see the Shelby Cobra snake on the interior right next to that GT500 logo. The interior of the Mustang is a strong reminder of the relationship between Carroll Shelby and Ford Motor Company. His name is right on the middle console, and special trim pieces immediately tell you this isn't a normal Mustang. You'll get a touchscreen display, special steering wheel for track driving, and Recaro seats meant for the track. On the special track edition of the GT500, Ford removed the second row seats as well for the drag racing enthusiast. Starting with the exterior design of the Ford Mustang GT500, let's be honest, it's kind of hard to mess up because the Ford Mustang is one of America's best-selling muscle cars of all time. But this GT500, in order to make it stand out, they had to do a couple things different for this vehicle. So let's just start with the body design. If you look at the rear of this vehicle, Ford widened those rear fenders out so that you could get the tires out further to give it a wide body stance and lower it to the ground. On the front, they've got this cool feature. It's called a wicker splitter, and it comes up, it's used to help create downforce with the vehicle. On the rear, they have a massive carbon fiber spoiler, and that carbon fiber spoiler is meant to provide downforce on the rear. Now listen to this, 550 pounds of downforce on the rear of this vehicle. So you take the splitter on the front and you take the carbon fiber rear, and it forces that vehicle down onto the ground. Then you add in massive large Brembo brakes, and you have the stopping power that you need with this vehicle to go from 0 to 100 back to 0 in no time at all. The pedigree under the hood will be our next video with this, but we wanted to start with the exterior design of this vehicle and why Ford wanted to make this a wide body stance meant for the street, but also really made for the track. The GT500 is great on the street, but this Mustang is built for the track. It has an Eaton supercharger under the hood that gives it 760 horsepower. Although we don't discuss transmissions all that often, the GT500 comes with a special 7-speed dual-clutch Tremec transmission. Important because it allows the GT500 to shift incredibly fast up through the gears, similar to a manual transmission. So we've got the full entire program set up on this thing for drag, and we're gonna go 1/4 mile down the track just like the NHRA guys do. You'll see whether I make a great mistake or not with the tree up there. It's gonna go blue, and then it's gonna go white, blue, and then yellow. So now you can see I'm in there. I'm gonna give it the gas, and bam! The all-new 2020 Ford Mustang GT500 will start under $74,000. You'll have the option for a track-based version that starts under $100,000, and it will go on sale later this year. Here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, I'm Mike Caudill.